Professor Palace here with the Week 6 weekly wrap-up. Our class survey this week took a look at reasons why you, the students enrolled in this class, might currently think that it's challenging for some people to maintain their weight status. 9% of our class thought that people set unrealistic target weight ranges for themselves. 72% of our class thought that people chose restrictive diets that cannot be sustained over time. 18% of the class felt that people do not incorporate physical activity into their lifestyle. And there was no one in class this semester who thought that people have challenges maintaining their weight because they're betrayed by their bodies, because their bodies regain the lost weight despite their best efforts at diet and lifestyle changes. So this is what our class thought when we answered this question. There is no right or wrong answer to this question. And in fact, every single one of these answers could be a correct answer because every single one of these answers can be a reason why someone struggles to maintain their weight. There are many people who set unrealistic weight ranges for themselves. There are many people who choose restrictive diets that cannot be sustained over time. There are many people who do not incorporate physical activity into their lifestyle. And there are some people who are betrayed by their bodies. Their bodies change the way they work. And despite their best efforts, it's difficult for them to maintain their weight. We'll talk more about that in upcoming classes. Due dates. This week we have a group discussion on our discussion board. Your initial post is due Wednesday night, and your 2 peer responses are due by Sunday. If you're going away for spring break, please go ahead and submit your discussion boards early so you get them done. This week, we will begin to talk about the final group project that you will turn in during the last week of this class. This project is an obesity prevention and treatment program. Each of you has been randomly assigned into a group. If you log into D2L, you can see what group you've been put into and identify your group members. This week, I would like you to review the group project assignment instructions, contact the members in your group, and agree upon a target audience for your group project. Have one member from your group send me an email this week telling me who your target audience is. Your target audience may be adolescents, it may be children, it may be teenagers, it may be young adults, 20 to 30, it could be middle-aged adults, it could be older adults, it could be something even more specific. It's up to you. I want you guys to have free reign over that, over who you select for the project. For this project, you will be submitting a written research paper, a slide deck. That'll be either PowerPoint, Google Slides, Prezi, whatever you'd like to use, and a video that you publish out onto YouTube. I will be providing to you links that give you some advice and instructions on how your group might use something like Google Slides to create your slide deck, and how your group might use something like Knovio to create your final video. It's up to you what programs you use, but I will give you some information on how to use those 2 particular programs. I recognize that you may be geographically disparate and you may have very different lifestyles and time schedules, but learning to work together with people from a distance is a skill that will serve you very well when you start your careers. So this is your group project. Due this week is your target audience. You'll be sending that to me through an email. To wrap up what we learned during week 6, we talked about the confusing issue of diets. According to the National Institute for Health, the best weight maintenance diet is a diet that's low in fat, high in complex carbohydrates, and low in energy density. And the best weight program focus is on long-term balance. We want to encourage people to avoid extremes in their diet and nutrition lifestyle. We've learned this week about regular eating, disordered eating, eating disorders, and at the opposite end of the spectrum, something called orthorexia. The things that people need to focus on are consistency and stability. The best guidelines that we have for healthy eating are to establish and follow a pattern of eating throughout the day, throughout the days of the week, throughout the weeks of the month. That's healthy. This might be 3 meals a day. This might be 5 small meals a day. It can vary for different people, but setting a pattern into place and beginning to follow it is important. Limiting added sugar, saturated fats, and sodium. These are all good guidelines for healthy eating. Focus on food variety, nutrient density, and appropriately sized portions. And when you can, always encourage clients, including yourself, to shift to healthier choices. This doesn't mean you're never going to eat a cupcake. It just might mean you're not going to eat a cupcake every day. Um, there may be days where you're craving something sweet and you realize that you could have a piece of fruit or some fruit and some yogurt, and that satisfies that craving. But there may be special days when you want that cupcake, and you should be capable of having it without guilt and enjoying it. But it's always good to try to shift to healthier choices. Remember that beverages count towards your total intake. Sometimes the easiest place for people to make shifts to healthier choices or to make some small modifications to their diet is to change what they're having to drink. A lot of empty calories come into our diet through our beverage choices. Most importantly, for many people, the goal at this point should not be weight loss, it should be improved health. We start with that goal. We focus on a goal of weight stability. We start to adjust healthy eating patterns, shifting to healthier choices. And it's possible that we can program some slow, controlled, intentional weight loss into the lifestyle for people. Thank you so much for your time. One last reminder of what's due this week. We have a discussion board. Please submit all 3 posts by Sunday night. And you are to email to me, at least one member from your group, the target audience that you have selected for your group project. All right, that's your wrap up for week 6. Thank you again for your time, and I hope that you all enjoy your spring break during week 8.